All right, friends, Coach Mike here with how to self-tape your audition for the Self-Tape Commercial Audition Showcase. This program was designed for you to make better self-tapes. You're already well-trained. You already understand how to audition commercial advertising sales copy, but we must learn the skill of actually how to self-tape, the tools that you're going to need, and the setup, and the clothing that you're supposed to wear, and the editing, the whole thing. So grab a pen. You'll want to take notes. Of course, you can rewind as many times as you like. You've purchased this tutorial. Okay, first of all, items needed. First, let's work on the backdrop, because you don't want to have white walls, doors, refrigerator magnets, and so on, right? You want to make sure that you have the proper backdrop. So this is the proper backdrop for commercials. They love this blue E-Mart 2-in-1 green screen. It's 5 by 6.5, right? It's a really big thing, right? It's long. It's 5 inches wide and 6.5 inches high, right? It's the E-Mart 2-in-1 green screen. All right, it's portable. You unfold it out of the package. On the other side is Chroma Key green. I'm afraid to show it to you because I don't want you to get the green. Try your best to find the blue, royal blue for commercials, and then try to find for your theatrical auditions the gray. It's a smoky gray. But if not, if all you find available online, right, is the Chroma Key green, then I guess you'll have to get that one. Okay, I don't want you to get that one, but I don't want you to waste too much time looking for the other. So what I'm going to do, and what you do, it has a little clip here, right? A little hang loop, and you can just elevate it, because some of you are tall. You can elevate it, put a nail or a hook in the wall, and you can just elevate it there, right? So it'll be adjustable, so it's height adjustable. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you, right? Again, here I want to see, here it is. It's the E-Mart 2-in-1 portable 5 by 6.5 green screen, and you can find it at Amazon.com. Okay. So of course, you can, I'm moving quickly here. We only have so much time. So of course you can rewind to get the product name again. Now, here's what some actors do. They'll get this here. It's a bedspread sheet. That's what it is. When I buy these, I always buy California King. This is like $13 if you're on a budget. You can find it at Amazon. The royal blue, it's a beautiful color. So it's elegant comfort, 1,500 thread count, flat sheet. And again, I happen to buy California King. Make sure you buy the flat, right? You can find this on Amazon, right? One of my clients bought one of them and it was on sale for $8, but I personally bought 2 of these for $13 each. I use these for different purposes. So what you can do is already have, if you're on a budget, you can just order that sheet. Now the thing about the sheets, they're going to come folded, of course, and so you may want to take it to the cleaners, ask them to press out the fold marks in it. And then what you can do, if you want to dedicate a wall in your apartment or in your home, to just spread it out over the wall, and you can just tack it up. Some people buy the frames with the clips, that's fine, but you can spread it out over the wall and just drop tacks in it, and real tight, real tight. If the cleaners don't get all of the creases out, or they create their own creases when they package it and clean it and then package it and give it back, then you might want to invest in a steamer. Or take your iron and steam over it, because we want it tight. You don't want any fold marks. That's if you're on a budget. Otherwise, if not, then boom, you can get this 2-in-1 green screen. All right, by E-Mart, which I just showed you the information. Lighting. I love the Dasny D50. The Dasny D50 15-inch light panels. These are great. I found them on Amazon. I got 2 lights, 15-inch LED light panels, 2 lights for $250. At both lights, 2 lights for $250 and some change. And they came with tripods. All right, so that's a great, great deal. The Dasny D50, here it is, I'll show you. Right, see, Dasny D50, 15-inch LED light panels. Look it up on Amazon. You might even find a bigger special than I got. I believe I got them on sale, but you might find another sale. Sometimes they're just trying to get rid of product to bring in new inventory. So that's your lighting. Tripods. If you're self-taping, usually you need a tripod. And so here's a regular self-tape type of tripod that I got from Best Buy, but it's really not high enough. See, this is extended out fully, and this is not high enough. When you self-tape it, the height needs to be correct, right? So you may want to get the other tripod, right, the Velbon, right? I'm about to show you the information on this too. This was only like $40. And see, it's high. You can extend this thing way up because you need your eye line to be eye level. You don't want to, have the camera be much lower, right? And and you can use your phone. Use your phone, but make sure it's not portrait, but that it's landscape. They want landscape and not portrait. And also you have this little clip here that you can just put on the other tripod, of course. You have the little clip. It's a cell phone holder. And you just turn it the other way, and then it holds your cell phone. It's a little clip. It's like $15 at Best Buy. I'm sure you can get it for less than that on Amazon. But you do want to have the tripods. Or maybe you could use this tabletop type of tripod, again, that I got from Best Buy for like $19. If you have a table that you can sit it on. But if you sit it on the floor, then it may not be high enough. So again, you may have to order the Velbon EX230, right? Here it is right here. Velbon EX230, 3-section tripod, $39.99. Google Adorama. Right? And you can purchase it there. Or you may find it somewhere else for even on sale, a bigger sale than that, right? But you want to make sure that your camera height is correct because you don't want to shoot up your nose. You don't want to shoot up your nose, right? You want to be eye level, right? Okay, clothing. What kind of clothing should you wear? Dress Procter & Gamble. Dress P&G. Dress the P&G style. What does that look like? What does P&G look like? Now, if you've studied and you've taken my program, you've looked at the Level 1 University video, right? Then you already have an idea, but I'll just brief you again, right? So these are P&G style of clothing. Procter & Gamble. It's a nice casual and business looks. Okay, so you have your basic button-up dress shirt with a collar. This is great. This is a commercial look. Procter & Gamble. Procter & Gamble's the Gap look is the Gap, Banana Republic, J. Crew, Old Navy, Lands' End, LL Bean, Eddie Bauer style of clothing. Polo shirt, no logos. Or if you do a logo, it need to be real tiny. Right, here's the polo shirt look. That's another P&G look. Look at that little white t-shirt underneath. See, that's great. Little white pull-up, right? That's great. Or pull-over, I should say. Crew neck. You could do a crew neck. These are P&G looks. Here's the great singer, Otha White. Right? She sings on cruise ships and stuff. I'm sure she'll be glad to get back to work on the cruise ships singing. But this is a boat neck sweater set look. If you're 30s, and especially mid-30s, you may want to do a sweater set look, mid-30s and beyond. Here's another look where you expose more of your neckline, right? You can show the shoulders and the neck, makes you look younger. And then here's your business look right here. But I wouldn't do a business look for the showcase, right? For the self-tape showcase. I wouldn't do a business look. Really, this look is great, this look is great, this look is great. And then this one is great as well for the showcase. I'm just showing you what I teach my actors in class. Okay, also for the men, again, button-up dress shirt. It's a nice casual look. Polo shirt for men. Some of the men do a t-shirt look. And then some of the men, depending on their copy, they'll do a business casual look. Button-up tie with a dress shirt. Keep the, don't button it up. Keep the top, button up the shirt, but keep the top level button unbutton, loosen up the tie, roll up the sleeves. Boom. So these are some clothing ideas. These are clothing ideas because I'm seeing, I've had a chance to review some of the self-tapes for the showcase, and some of my actors are wearing all the wrong clothes. And so the reason I'm doing this tutorial is because some of the performances are great, but the clothing is off, the lighting is off, the picture is too blurry. I'm seeing, backgrounds that are pink and reddish looking. It's just too distracting. So this is what this tutorial is for. Okay, so we can show casting directors and show agents, I already have a well put together self-tape studio. Because that's what you have to have. Your performance can be great, but if you don't have the tools, the self-tape tools, which I'm showing you now, backdrop, lighting, tripod, you can shoot again out of your phone, this is fine, right? But if you don't have the correct tools, then the agent's gonna be like, well, if I sign them, then they're gonna drag their feet on getting the tools. So they need to have the tools already. So that's more encouraging for the agent. Okay, moving right along. Now here's some don'ts. Here's some things that you don't do, right? Here's some don'ts. All right, don't shoot outside, period. I don't have time to camp out on these don'ts. Just do what I say, please. Okay, don't shoot outside. Don't use props. Some actors are using props and Coke bottles, and so I use close-up toothpaste and all, and it just gets kind of goofy, and the product is distracting, and actors are bouncing the product when they talk about it. Don't use props, right? There's no need to use a prop. They're more interested, agents are more interested in your delivery of the copy of the story than how well you hold a prop. Okay. Again, shoot landscape, not portrait. Shoot landscape and not portrait. Really, really important. Now, no shadows. So some actors are standing too close to their background, and it's casting a shadow. My lighting setup here is a little different, so I don't really have to worry about shadows as much. But you at home, especially if you're using the DASNY D50 or even a ring light, which I can't stand ring lights, that's why I recommend DASNY D50 setup. You may have to make sure that you're standing at least 3 to 4 feet from the wall so you can decrease the probability or the possibility of there being shadows, or adjust your lighting. You'll have to test your studio out before you shoot to make sure everything is in the right order. So again, you have a professional studio put together, as well as your great performance, because you're taking right now my course, or took my course, right? So again, stand 3 or 4 feet away from the wall so we don't create shadows, because the shadow dancing in the back of you can tend to be more distracting than distract away from the performance. Okay, edit. So you have to edit, friends. Serious, right? Because you don't want to do this, be seen, and you do this and hit record, and then you're seen stepping, hi, my name is Mike. No, you need to edit that out. And then, of course, when you're done, and that's a little bit about me. Thank you for watching, right? And then you're going to go back and no, that needs to be edited. It needs to open up on you, just like in an audition, just right there and ready to slate, not you pressing record and then pressing stop record when it's done. So here's some editing apps that you may want to consider. Some video editing apps. Power Director, KineMaster, and InShot. And you can find these at google.com. Maybe even your phone has just a basic editor app on it already. So what you can do is look these up. And if you're uncertain, how to function the editing app or whatever, friends, I'm certain on YouTube. All you got to do is go to YouTube and check it out. But before I leave today, I got to fold this monster back up and put it back in the package. And I had to go to YouTube to learn how to fold that thing up. The guys will take the left hand and then the right and fold over and all this stuff. And it's like, wow. So YouTube can be a great resource when you have questions, starter questions or questions to get you by, answers to get you by for the time being, right? So, but you need to edit. It needs to open up just like a casting, and you slate your name and you go into your performance, as I'm going to show you here momentarily. Now, have your copy already memorized. You can't do this and action. I've tried other pain relief. No, you cannot do that, right? You've got to have it memorized. It's a self-tape, a showcase. I send the notice out upwards of 2 weeks in advance. And so you already have weeks to prepare. So you can be off book, off page, off script, have it memorized. So no cue card either, right? You don't want to get caught looking over, right? There are some situations where you may be able to use a cue card for last minute auditions, right? But for self-tapes, they're going to expect for you to have it memorized. Once again, be off book, off page, off script, right? Coach Mike, what copy do I use? Remember level 1, week 2, all that copy I sent you? There you go. It's right there. Level 1, week 2. I sent you a ton of copy. There's your answer. Just pick one. Maybe even the one that you're comfortable with because we used it in class, right? So there's your copy. Oops, excuse that phone ring. Here we go. I was supposed to turn that down. Well, that brings up another point. Make sure when you're self-taping that all your notifications are turned off and there's no sound to interrupt. How about if I do that right now? Here we go, because I don't need that. Bear with me, friends. How about if I just turn? There we go. That's done. Beautiful. All right, because we don't want that. Actually, I'm glad that happened because I didn't have that written here in my notes. Awesome, right? That's God's divine way of helping me complete this thoroughly. Great. Okay, so again, do not have it memorized. Okay, here's a couple of things you want to make sure you do, because when you follow up with the agent, they're going to have access eventually to your live links. They'll email you, hi, we want to set up a meeting with you to discuss representation. And you're going to send them an email back, and you want to have your live links created, right? What are live links or direct links? Right here. Just make sure that you have these live links created. You got to go to your settings on Casting Networks and Actors Access and create these live links. If you're in LA, you can use lacasting.com/your name. But it's the same as Casting Networks, because the agent is going to click on these. And this way they get to see the rest of your headshots, the rest of your, your clips and whatever else, your resume, everything else that is on your profile. So you want to make sure that you have already created those live links, because the agent is going to click on those and they open up the rest of your those casting platform profiles. So what if you don't know how to do it? Coach Mike, I don't know how to create the live link. Okay, once again, go to YouTube and put in how to create live or direct links on Casting Networks or LA Casting and Actors Access, and then they'll show you there, right? It's simple. It's just sometimes when you don't know how, your imagination's all over the place. But you want to make sure that you have those live links created, because when you correspond with the agent before the meeting, they're going to ask you anyway. They're going to want to see your profile eventually, somewhere down the line. Because sometimes they make decisions on how well your platforms are put together and your live links that they can click on. They're looking to see if you're aware of all of this, so they don't have to tell you to do it, and then it takes you 2 weeks to do it because I'm really busy and because of this and because of that, right? That we already have those things together. Also, your casting platform profiles, make sure they're filled out completely. I know, all them goofy questions they ask you. Right? Do you play tennis? Can you drive a forklift? Do you play badminton? Right? Badminton, yes. Do you play that? Right? Fill all that stuff out. I know, it's time consuming and it's so tedious. Fill it out. Agents cannot stand incomplete platforms, right? They want it all filled out, right? They can't stand incomplete, profiles. and platforms. They don't like it, right? They want you took the time to turn off Netflix and Hulu and anything else, right? To handle my business. That's the kind of actor I am. I handle my business, right? Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you an example, all right, of how to perform your self-tape. Now, you're going to do it your way. You're not going to say, I'm going to do it just like Coach Mike because he's the coach. He knows what he's doing. No, what I want you to do is you got to do you, man. There's no one on planet Earth that does it like you. Chances are, according to the experts, 50 billion to 1, that there's someone else on planet Earth just like you. So please, friends, do you. I'm just giving you an example. All right? So hang on, coming right back at you with a self-tape example. Hi, my name is Mike Pointer, and I'm originally from Battle Creek, Michigan. I'm a simple guy. I like to do simple things, especially with my children. Like when my daughter was 15, she took me to a One Direction concert. And I didn't know much about One Direction. I think the opener was 5 Seconds of Summer. I didn't know much about those groups and those bands, but my daughter was delighted and just excited to go. And it was the first concert that I ever went to with her. And I had the most wonderful time. I wasn't up dancing or anything like that, but I sat back and I watched the joy, because we had planned this 3-4 months in advance. And I just watched the great time that my daughter was having, and then all the other teenagers around me, they're screaming, and one young lady said, "Oh, I think I'm going to pass out," when they came out. And I said, "Oh no, you'll miss the concert," right? It was just a good time, and it reminds me of how I just love to have simple, good times with my children now that are all adults. They're grown, and so I'm really digging the adult version of my children and just hanging out with them and listening to their life's philosophy and how they see things and how they frame things. And it kind of keep me kind of cool, kind of hip in the know with what's happening today with our wonderful young people. And that's a little bit about me. This is the year you can do it. Put smoking behind you. Zyban prescription medicine helps you reduce your urge to smoke and makes quitting more bearable. Zyban is different than the patch or a gum. It's a pill. It's nicotine-free. You take it twice a day for 7 to 12 weeks as directed. As a comprehensive program from your doctor, Zyban can help you quit smoking. Once again, my name is Mike Pointer. Thank you for watching. All right, friends, there you go. There you have it. Simple. Now, let me say this. I went over, I think I looked at my counter, it went into about 2 minutes and 15 seconds. So yours will be much shorter because I used a long version form of copy. It may have gone over 30 seconds, which may be fine, but you want to keep your personality slate at about 45 seconds to a minute and your copy read no longer than 30 seconds. And some of the copy that I provided for you in week 2 of level 1, some of those pieces are 15, 20-second pieces, some are 30-second pieces. So you want to land at about 1 minute and 30 seconds. Okay, I believe now you will be prepared to self-tape your audition successfully for the showcase and get signed. All right, friends, thank you for watching this tutorial, and let's get out there, do your self-tape audition, and let's get signed by an agent. All right, friends, once again, Coach Mike here. Thank you for watching.